the China virus origins aggressively in that way, but not January 6th?
Well, Jim, I disagree with your premise. I mean, I think everybody's for bipartisan investigations. The problem is the politicization of all of this by Nancy Pelosi. If you want bipartisanship, ask Nancy Pelosi why she won't bring Republican bills even to the floor. And then she wants to bring a bill where she
Republicans
claims it
voted
to be.
for it.
Hold on.
35 Republicans, and it was negotiated by a Republican.
Then she brings a bill to the floor where she claims it's going to be bipartisan, where she is already so completely politicized January 6th. We have over 400 criminal investigations that are ongoing about January 6th. That's where these investigations need to be. I think one of the important questions that probably Nancy Pelosi needs to answer, which would help the bipartisan aspect of any investigation, is what was her role or her office's role in the lack of appropriate security at January 6th.
Okay, fair question, as was the president's
want to know the answer. She can answer those things without a bipartisan question, without a bipartisan inquiry, and bring bipartisanship to this. And that's really where we need the House to go back to a bipartisan environment with the Speaker.
Congressman, I know you want to put it all on the Speaker, but as you know, 35 of your Republican colleagues voted for it, and a Republican tasked by Kevin McCarthy negotiated the terms of this commission and granted many Republican requests. I talked to Don Bacon, another of your Republican colleagues, last week, who said, and voted for it, and said they gave us kind of all we wanted with this commission. So I'm just curious, why not let that investigation go forward?
I can only give you my answer. I can't answer for all Republicans, everybody who votes. And my answer is that Nancy Pelosi has so made this so partisan that I can't trust that her claims of a bipartisan commission is a bipartisan commission. She can start by returning the House to a regular order by allowing Republican bills to go to the floor, by coming forth and saying what was her role in the lack of security on January 6th. And I think she could go a long way of building those bridges. I mean, there's a lot of bipartisan work that's going on. I'm working with Senator Gillibrand on sexual assault in the military. We're doing a bicameral, bipartisan bill. But you just won't see Nancy Pelosi doing that. She doesn't reach across the aisle and have there be bipartisan work.
To your credit, your bipartisan work, but point of fact, it was a bipartisan proposal. I do want to play you the comments from Michael Fanone. You know this well, but our viewers may forget, and this is video of him being carried down the steps of the Capitol in the midst of the January 6th insurrection. This was his response to Republicans in the Senate filibustering the bipartisan commission. I just want to get your response.
It was absolutely disgraceful. In a lot of cases, we can't look to our elected leaders anymore. We need to make a conscious decision as to, what type of country do we want to live in.
What's your answer to him, an officer who suffered that day, to his comments there?
Right. Well, I think the question needs to be posed to Nancy Pelosi as to how I mean, your premise that it's bipartisan, it was not bipartisan.
35 Republicans voted for it. It was negotiated by a Republican.
35 Republicans trusted her. I do not. And until she returns the House to a bipartisan work where she will allow both Republican and Democrat bills to come to the floor, where she comes forward and says what was her role on January 6th, all of this becomes a show trial, and it becomes not bipartisan, but Nancy Pelosi's political agenda. I can't trust that, and so she doesn't get my vote for that. If there truly was, Jim, as you had said, a bipartisan effort that was truly not politically driven by Nancy Pelosi, that would have had my support. That wasn't this, Jim.
Final question, if I can. You're speaking to us from Dayton. I went to Dayton a couple of years ago, sadly, to cover the shooting there, and it was personal for you because your own daughter, was very close by as it happened. In the wake of that shooting, you, unusual for a sitting Republican lawmaker, called for legislation preventing the sale of military-style weapons to civilians, a magazine limit, and red flag legislation. Do you, these 2 years later, still support those changes? And if so, why vote against background checks, another measure supported by a broad number of gun owners?
Right. Jim, so after each of these events, we sadly as a nation hear the same story over and over again. And even you reported in the last several mass shootings that we've had, where there are individuals who have information, who know that the perpetrator, the person who commits these heinous crimes, has told others, has begun actions to execute these types of plans, and nothing is done to stop them. Background checks in this instance, as you know, in the Dayton, Ohio incident, the individual had actually passed a background check. I do think that we need to have a national conversation as to how we address this, because the story is always the same. People know, no actions taken, and then tragedy results.
Yeah. I hope we have that national conversation. Congressman Mike Turner, thanks so much for taking the time this morning.
Jim, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And we'll be right back.